Yeah, we're good. All right, good morning. Good to see you all today. It's so great that we have this technology that, regardless of the weather, we can still um, do our yoga from our homes. So this is great. Admit. There we go. Okay. Wonderful. Welcome, Linda. All right, let's settle in our chairs. Feel your sit bones as they connect to the chair. And as I often say, think about this as perhaps connecting to the earth, coming back to your essential self, recognizing that we live up in here very, very often. So taking this opportunity to settle down, to become grounded, to become centered, and to focus on our breath. So just take a moment to feel those sit bones, feel your feet on the floor, feel all parts of your feet, your toes, heels, balls of the feet, side of the feet, maybe squeeze your toes just a little bit. And you can be doing all this even if you are wearing shoes. I just happen to like going barefoot. So completely up to you. And pressing your spine against the chair, just feeling the support of the chair against the spine. Take your index fingers and just kind of gently nudge those shoulders back so you feel your shoulder blades on the chair as well. And welcome to our February session. This begins, this is number 1 of 4 classes in February. So thank you all. And as I've said to all of you, I love doing this. So thank you for supporting me and for joining in with yoga and recognizing its benefits. All right. So let's first just take a dip our chin down so that we get a stretch in the back of the neck. You can keep your hands on your thighs, or you can let them hang at your side, whatever feels that puts you in the most restful place, the most peaceful place. I like the feeling of my hands on my thighs. There's a warmth there. And again, now just take the head, just giving it a little side to side motion, as if you're not quite sure that you want to say no about something. This is one of those, I'm not really sure if I agree with you. Let me think about that. So we're just kind of going side to side. Now take the head up and look over your left shoulder. And now take it back down and look over your right shoulder. So making a nice half moon as we go side to side, nice and easy. Feeling some stretching in the side of the neck, upper shoulders. Nice. Now I'm going to go over to the left side and pause there and take the right arm down. You can take it down at your side. You could kind of hook it behind the chair if you'd like. We'll hang here for a couple of breaths. Use this as a chance to take a deep inhale and exhale, loosening the jaw. And now release the hand, take the head to the other side, to the left, take the right arm down, and again, either it hangs there or you gently just hook it behind the chair. And breathe. And then taking the head back to center, looking straight ahead, taking the arms down at your side and just roll the shoulders so your palms face outward. We'll do a nice slow inhale as we raise the arms up. Palms come together, bring them down to your heart space. Thumbs reaching out. Namaste. Welcome to class, February 2nd, also Groundhog Day. So we in New England don't really put much stock in Groundhog Day. 6 weeks in no way brings us out of winter, so we don't pay much attention. So, and one more time, inhale up and bring it down. Nice, hands to your heart, and release the hands back down to your thighs. Lift the shoulders and lower, and now we'll lift and roll. Nice and easy. Nice. I have a clunking right shoulder, and reverse. Nice. Great job. Slide the feet out. I'll lift mine up so you can see them. We're just going to point and flex. As you flex, see if you can feel the energy and the muscle stretching in the calf, especially. Now alternate, flex and point. Nice. Widen, toes together, toes apart, together, apart. Nice. Pause and then windshield wipe. Nice. And bring those legs down. Let's take our left leg up towards us, squeeze it into your thigh, squeeze it into your chest. Other leg, squeeze it in. Coming back to the left leg, take your left hand and just open, close. And this doesn't have to be big. This isn't about how far out you bring your hip. It's just bringing some movement to the hip joint. And now circle. And we want to stimulate the production and movement of synovial fluid to coat the joint. Other direction. And keep that joint nice and strong. And pause, setting the foot down, lifting up the right leg, and now take it out to the side and back. Nice. So the hand can act as like you're controlling the leg, or it can go along for the ride, whatever feels best to you. And reverse. And you could even do this without a hand. Requires a little bit more strength. You'll feel your core get a little bit involved in this. Whatever works for you. And let's do one more. And release. Nice job. We're going to do a series, which I just made up this morning. So bear with me. It's going to have a bunch of parts, and then we'll start it all over again. So first, let's start as we started. Let's start with our hands on our shoulders. And we're going to go side. As you go side, see if you can lift that opposite shoulder up. I'm looking up, but you can look down. And then go other side. Again, up or down. Hands come down. We twist to the left. Twist to the right. We do some waist circles. Other direction. Pause, take your arms back, bring the sternum forward. Release with a clap. Forearms come together. See if you can kind of lift them as high as you can so you get that stretch in the back. And then we continue, open and release. All right, inhale, exhale. That's a whole series. So let's start it again. Hands to your shoulders, over to the left, over to the right, twist to the left, twist to the right, hands on your hip or thigh, 2 circles one way, other way. Bring your hands back, hook them behind your chair, press the sternum forward, and then clap. elbows together. Inhale up and release down. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's do it again. This time, if you'd like to do this stretch without your hands here, you could go side, side, twist, twist, 2 circles one way, 2 another, the other. Hands behind, press that sternum forward, feel that arching back, clap, elbows, open, and release. Inhale, exhale. And we'll do it one last time, a little bit faster. Ready? Side, side, twist, twist, circle. Other direction. And then forward, clap, elbows up, and release. And come back to sit in your chair, pressing your feet into the floor, pressing your hip bones into the floor. Take those shoulders back again, so we're back in our seated mountain. Inhale. And exhale. Nice job. All right, I thought I would add some winter and snow related movements here today. So, and again, bear with me, I'm trying out some new ways to move. So normally we jog into town. So come forward just a little bit in your chair. Today we're going to cross country ski into town. So I'm going to take my right foot forward and launch one hand. I wonder if I should do it opposite. Let's do opposite. So right leg is forward, left hand is forward, and then switch. So get that sense that you're gliding into town as you slide your toes forward, reaching out with your arms, with your poles. Nice. You've got your skis all waxed up. So you've got a nice glide going. Nice. Cross-country skiing is one of those sports that's such a full-body sport and so aerobic. You can really feel your oxygen levels increasing. I'll do just a little bit more because we're almost there. And 2, and 1, and down and sit back in your chair. Inhale. And exhale, draw the chin down, just take it side to side. Nice, nice. Okay, we're gonna do one more snow-related one. We'll see how this one works. So again, come forward. If you grew up anywhere near snow, I'm sure that you've done this. These are making snow angels. So take your arms out and back, and out and back. Thinking about lying in the snow. That happens to be something I like to do if I'm dressed properly. And just making some snow angels. Nice. Let's make 2 more. This will be a good one. Another one. And sit back. Great job. Inhale. And exhale. Let the chin draw down one more time. Great job. And let's bring some positive energy towards our body and towards us. And again, taking snow, rain, any moisture-laden air is filled with negative ions, which are good for us. If you live in a very dry climate, often that's filled with positive ions, which are not good for us. So what we're going to do is take and scoop up these positive, these negative ions, Scoop them up and then sprinkle them down. Scoop. So if where you are is not moist or you haven't just recently gotten snow or rain, I'm sending this to you. So you scoop it up and let it sprinkle down over you. Energizing, healing, nurturing. Nice. One more. Up and down we go. Nice. Get those shoulders back in shape. Down. Get a squeeze to the shoulder blades. Let's take our arms back. And instead of just hooking them, see if you can bring them back any farther. Maybe the fingertips touch. Maybe not, but you're reaching a little bit farther, bringing the hands together. And now just let yourself lean forward. Draw the shoulders down and back. Lean forward, gazing upward where the wall meets the ceiling and just feeling the sternum forward. Knowing how you're stretching out the front vertebral bodies. Here we want to keep them as healthy, keep that space between them, and then just let yourself not come forward, but just come to straight spine. So as you do that, think about that you stacked each vertebra one on top of the other, all the way from the tailbone up through the crown of the head, and just get a sense, a visualization of that connection with the spine. All right, let's scoot forward in our chair, keeping our backs long and strong. Scissor the feet out so you get a nice wide stance in the chair. You're probably halfway forward, like most of your butt is still in the chair. Hands on your thighs. And now let's take some bigger circles. So you're able to come forward and back. You're able to let your head, if you like, roll around with you. Just be aware, you may experience a little dizziness if you're letting your head move. So just be aware of that. Pause, go in the other direction. I remember as a kid, I don't know if you all did this, but it was great fun to turn yourself around and around and around until you got dizzy and fell down. I think about that, it's like, yeah, that was just hilarious. And then come back up and let those vertebrae stack one on top of the other. Taking your elbows down to your thighs. Think about your spine just moving outward. Not collapsing this way, but just keeping, we all think about sternum forward in as many ways as possible. So we wouldn't think about sternum forward necessarily here, but that's what we're doing. We're still keeping the shoulders back, and we've got our elbows on our thighs. You can have your hands on your thighs too, whatever works for you. We're going to roll the right shoulder in, keep the back long, and the left. And other side. We're taking it slow. I'd like you to just keep your awareness as you're moving side to side on what the spine is doing and on where you're feeling this. All right, we'll do one more to each side. And then we'll come up and we'll come into the opposite stretch of opening up. Like I forget what it's called. Is it called the masthead? But that lovely figure that's at the front of a boat. And then come back. All right, we're going to come down again. So hip hinge right here. Hinge forward, elbows to your thighs. And you can come forward as much as you like, as long as you don't let yourself cave. So you can stay somewhat upright. You can come even more forward. This time concentrate on pressing the forearm into the leg as you go in the opposite direction. So it's the same move, we're just taking our concentration to a different part of the body. So feel that nice stretch in the inner thigh as you go side to side. Nice. And let's stay over towards the right side and just bring both hands over here. And now press down through the left hip so that both hip bones stay on the chair, and just come into now a stretch. So elongating the spine as we twist through the waist. Let yourself come all the way back up through center and then twist and come over. So keep this other side, foot flat on the floor and your hip on the chair. Come up through center and other side. Up through center. Nice. Also getting a side bend. Come up, over, and come up, and over. And come back to seated. Inhale, bring those arms up. And now let's exhale them into our cactus arms for the goddess. So press the feet into the floor, curl the toes. Nice. You might feel some nice energy in the core as you're in the goddess pose. Super great. Bring the elbows together and apart and together, apart, together, and then apart, and reach up, look up, and bring those hands down. Nice. Let's scissor the feet back in. Let's tap them out. Nice. I'm going to slide forward and we'll move ourselves from the chair up to standing. So scooting yourself forward, 90-degree angle right here, sternum forward. Begin to come forward, arms come out, press into the feet, and up to standing, and release. Nice, 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 nice. All right, let me just adjust. All right, great. So coming to stand either beside, facing your chair, or beside your chair as we come into the standing mountain. It's a realignment from the alignment we created as we were seated to just adjust it to straight up and down alignment of the spine. So knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips. Give one roll, crack, and let the hands just hang at your side. Great. Inhale and exhale. Take your awareness down to your feet. Just feel how, maybe just a little rock side to side. Just feel how you're grounded to the earth. And imagine that you can feel the energy of the earth all the way through however many layers of construction that you have under you. The natural world has been a great companion for me during this time of the virus, because it continues to do exactly what it's supposed to do. Every season comes and goes. It rains, it snows, there's sun. So see if you can get some of that connection to the earth, that steadiness, that consistency of the earth as you stand here, receiving from the earth. Let's face our chair, bringing our hands to the chair. We're going to bend into the knees. At the same time that we bend, we hip hinge back. Bend into the knees, hip hinge back. Keeping the spine nice and straight. If you want a deeper stretch, bend a little bit deeper. And coming up. We're going to come back around to front again. We're going to widen our stance. Have nice loose knees. Feel that space behind the knees. And we're just going to circle the hips. So coming to those 4 points and everything in between as you bring some energy and movement to this area, this all important area of the body. Around the other way. The pelvic girdle connects the upper torso, the torso, with the legs. And come back to center. Now turn your toes outward. So you're in a V position. You can leave one hand on the chair if you'd like, bring the other up. And if you'd like, bringing both arms up, gently looking up towards the sky. Five-pointed star. Get a sense of energy crisscrossing the body from the feet across, up the arms, arm down. And nice interaction here in your core. Reach, exhale, come on down. Perfect. Sit the feet back together. So as we take, widen the feet just a little bit as you face the chair, bend into the knees, and just take the pelvis forward and back. So it's a tucking under of the tailbone and then a tipping back, and tucking under, tipping back. So think about engaging those core muscles to bring it forward, release as the tailbone goes back. You feel a low back stretch also. All right. Now putting the pelvis as best you can in neutral and coming up and holding on to that. Tip your shoulders so they're back as well. Now scissor the feet so they're back together, parallel, feet under knees. All right, I'm going to bend it like we did before, bend into the knees, hip hinge back. So either holding on to the chair. So think about a little lift through the core, a little bit of a tip of the tailbone. And then bring your arms forward. Feel yourself leaning back just a little bit on your heels. Inhale up for a nice straight, elongated spine. And then release the arms down. Fingertips on the chair, and then come up onto the balls of your feet. Now we're going to go side to side on the balls of our feet. So one leg goes down, the other goes down. So switching weight. Now you can do this hands on the chair, hands not. As you go side to side, think about this weight shift. And also think about how you're stretching out the arch of your foot. Okay. Up and down. Nice. So we'll repeat part of that. So begin to bend into the knees, hip hinge back, bend enough so that you feel your Achilles, calf stretching, heels are on the floor, pelvis is neutral, and take those hands up. So this is called chair for obvious reasons. And it's that idea that if a chair was behind you, you would slowly sit back into it. Inhale, up, release down, hands to the chair. And now we're going to come up onto the balls of our feet and hang here. So as you're on the balls of your feet, see how you're feeling about, maybe you just have a finger from each hand on the chair. Maybe you're able to take the hands off. Maybe you feel like extending them. Yes, we are wobbly, definitely. And now take those heels, slowly press them down, and take the hands down to the chair. Little bend in the knees, just a little bouncy bend. Nice. Great job. Great. Okay. So to see that side to side from, let me get back enough. It's an exaggeration of how we move when we walk. So over and over and over. So it's a nice exercise to think about balance. So if we all do this, you think of something, you're sitting in your chair, and you just get up and rush to do it. We all do it. So another way to think about that is to just, oh, is anything in my way? Do I know where the cat is? Do I have solid ground before I take off? And let's do another little balancing exercise around that. So I have my left side to the chair, transfer weight to the left leg, hand is on the chair. Find your drishti, your gaze straight ahead, looking at something that brings you joy, a color, piece of fabric, outside, a tree. And we have our weight on the left side, and we're just going to slowly lift the right leg and then slowly bring it down. Take your time. 3 counts up, 3 counts down. The strong leg is going to support you. Up and down. Maybe you just have a finger on the chair. Maybe you try without. Let's do one more. And down. Other side. This time your right leg is to the chair. Bring the weight over. Feel that steady, sturdy hip holding you up. Strong core. And we'll inhale. Lift the left leg up. And down. And up. And down. Nice and slow. The idea of holding your gaze on one spot helps with balance just by doing that. But it's a great way to remove other distractions. If you're just looking at one spot, your brain is occupied. It's our last one. And down, back to 2 feet. Shake them out just a little bit. Okay. I had another snow-related movement for you today. So you probably, I think I've talked about this before. So facing your chair, bend into your knees. So as if you're going to come into the chair pose. Hip hinge back. Okay. And then I sometimes think when we're up like this, that we're at the top of a ski jump. So we're going to change the arms just a little bit so they come down at our side, as if we have our poles. So we're excited, we have like energy to go down that ski jump. And we're just gonna go back and forth with our hands. As we have our hips, hip hinged backwards. 2 more. And come back up. Inhale up. Stretch nice and long. Really feel that stretch right through the core. And let's reach side to side. By the way, you were all awesome in your ski runs. Just go stretch side to side. Nice. Take those arms down. Perfecto. Excuse me. So bringing your right side, well, staying right where you are basically, and I'm going to take the left leg out just a little bit. As we do that, hands on our hips, I'm just going to slide the hips side to side. I have a wall right here, so it's like you are sliding, 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 and you're keeping your shoulder blades on the wall. So just get a sense of what that feels like. Okay. And then we're going to take and slide the hips away from the chair. Take the hand to the chair and then reach up and over. You can widen the stance if you'd like. The idea is to think about that we're still up against the wall. Shoulder blades are there. Hips are there. Actually, buttocks are there. And then take the arm here. and over. And now we'll move it. Hips to the chair and out. Pace this for yourself. Find this stretch that works best for you. One more time, over and release. Nice. Other side. Okay. Same thing. Legs are wide. Take the hips away, hand to the chair. And the first one we do, we'll just hold. So you can have your hands on the chair, you can have them down, this one down, up. And again, think about top shoulder, straight line to the bottom shoulder, scapula against the wall. And then we'll move, hips go in, hips go out, hips go in and out. Always, always adjust your speed, adjust your intensity for your body. Being a little bit sore after yoga class is good. Being in pain is not. Last one, up and over. And release down, bend into the knees and just do a little jig. Just shake everything out. Nice. And I need a little bit of refreshment. All right, so we have our left side to the chair. I'm going to try our cross-country skis standing. And we're not actually going to move, so that's a little bit different. So as the right leg goes forward, the left goes back. So you're going forward, back. Keeping the left, knee, whoops, yes. It's tricky to do this and talk. And then you could always add both arms as you go back and forth. Yeah, nice. If you hear a cat, you're not imagining things. Last one, and back. Hi, Abby. And now we'll do the other side, cross-country skiing. Okay, let me get my groove going here. So left leg forward, left arm back. And then if you want to add the other arm. Nice. Keeping that straight leg, the balancing leg, steady and strong, but with a little knee bend in it. And one more. And down, check it out. Bend into the knees. Shake those legs. Okay, super great. Excellent. All right. I'd like to do a goddess. You can do it to the chair. You can do it to the front. Whatever feels best to you. I'm going to do it side to the chair. So scissor the feet out. Take the toes wide. And let's just make sure our knees are going to go in the right place. So taking your hands, let's take them up to our hips. Taking your hands right here. As you bend your knees, slide the hands down to the knees and then come back up. Slide them down. Watch those knees go right over the toes and feet. Slide. You can bring this massage all the way up. It's great for the movement of the lymph fluid, that essential system within our bodies that does a lot of fighting off infections. Okay, I got carried away. And hands down, legs out, arms, goddess. Feel those thighs open. Feel them working. Thinking about the upper arm, parallel to the floor. Do I mean parallel? Yes, I do. Inhale, knees straighten, arms come up, and we float them down. Let's scissor the feet together. Nice, very nice. I'm going to turn my chair around and not hit my cat. I need to adjust this just a little bit. And now you can see her. And hopefully the chair's in the right place. All right, so come so that the back of your legs are right up against the seat of your chair. Bring the arms out in front of you. Begin to bend into the knees. Begin to hip hinge right here. And bring yourself to seated. Nice. Okay. Let yourself settle in here. Feel your sit bones, feel your feet flat on the floor. Find that nice 90-degree angle in your legs, and another one right here. Hands on your thighs. Come into that same place that we found when we first sat down, the seated mountain. Thinking about it as, even though I talk a lot about alignment and where parts of your body should be, think about this as a position of repose, of rest. Maybe closing your eyes so you reduce that stimulation. If you're hearing any household noises or noises from the outside, let them become a part of your world, but not a controlling part of your world. So you're able to hear without making a story about what you're hearing. Let's take our hands up, 2 fingers right beside the ear, that little hollow right beside the ear where the jawbones meet, and just begin to do a little bit of massaging right down along your jawbone. And then take and circle them back up so that they come back to where we started. Nice, very nice. And take and do some tapping on your forehead. Another way to release, go right to your eyebrows. Nice, right under the occipital bone that protects your eyes. Nice. Take one hand, bring it to your neck, the other to your neck, and just do a nice gentle press of the neck. Open up the elbows. And then take your fingers and just as you can, as you're able, just do a little bit of massaging of the neck, shoulders. Just putting your fingers in to a place where you feel that you're not digging in too deeply. Nice. Arms out. Wrap one arm in front of the other for a hug. Nice little squeeze. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Open up. Reverse. Other arm on top for a nice hug. See if you can relax through the jaw. Maybe squeezing the eyes, opening the mouth, sticking out the tongue. Nice. Take your hands in front of you. Create some heat. Place it on your heart. Breathe it in. Self-care, self-nurturing. And then again. Take it to your heart. One more time. This time we're going to take it to our bellies and bring some warmth and healing down to our abdomen. And as your hands are there, see if you can bring the breath down to the abdomen. So as you breathe out in, you feel the abdomen expand. As you breathe out, and your hands are great guides. Eyes closed, breathing in. Breathing out. Feeling the rise of the belly and the retraction back. And just let the hands come again down to your thighs. Let's bring our left leg in and then guide it so that the ankle comes to the thigh above the knee. It can be down here or it can be up here. Okay. And then take your left hand and right hand and just give a little press on the left thigh. Release and press. And release and press. Just a little bit. Take and bring your whole spine forward. You feel your hip begin to engage. And just monitor your body around. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Just find some sort of, you can stay seated here, you can stay with your knee, your foot down. But you can come forward until you feel like, oh, that's a really good stretch in my hip socket. And back. And then again. And back. Then take your hand to the top of your foot and just press it back. So you get a stretch to the top of your foot. A little bit up into the leg. Release and then just gently rock side to side. Nice. Lift and release down. Nice. Let's bring the right leg in. First squeeze it in towards you and then take and guide it over. And just take a moment to just let the hips settle into this. And again, your leg could be down. And taking both hands, a little bit of pressure. And it may be that you don't need to add any pressure at all. It may be that you're at the farthest tip of your stretch. And do that a couple of times. Nice. Lead with the sternum, taking the back off the chair, bringing the hands to the front of the leg, and just gently come forward, sternum leading, and feel that terrific stretch in the hip. Nice. Then take and just press back on your foot. Great. Guide the leg back down to the floor and sit back. Nice. Feel your back against the chair. All right. We will do, I think, 3 eagle flies away. So taking and crossing your legs at your ankles, taking your arms up, cactus together. If you've got room left for a little bit deeper stretch, you can nest one elbow in the other. You can pretzel it. Again, just your back muscles are your guide on this. And you've got your elbows a little bit lifted here. So here's our eagle at rest on the nest. The count of 3 will open everything wide. 3, 2, 1, release. Cross at the ankles again. If you can remember which one was in front, cross the other way. Arms are out. Cactus together. And nest the elbows. I think I did this one before. Nest the elbows if that's available to you. All right. 3, 2, 1. Release. And back. Here's our last one. Ankles up. Cactus together. Nest. Nice. Imagine you're the eagle protecting your young. You're used to this weather. You're very comfortable, but now you want to fly away, grab some food for the baby. 3, 2, 1. Release. And bring those feet back together. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. Maybe a little back and forth with the head. Take the hands up. Let them float right down so that they're on your thighs. Feel your back against the chair. Closing your eyes. Relax the jaw. Separating upper jaw from lower jaw. Think about your breath and be aware of your breath, but not controlling it, just being aware of it. Being aware of those parts of your body that are touching the surface. They're not heavy on these surfaces, they're just lightly upon them. Using this time of focus on our breath to think about the breath moving through the body to all of your vital organs, to your brain, to your heart, reaching all the way down to your toes, all the way down to your fingers. Continuing with your breath. Let yourself completely give in. Let go. Keep your brain, your mind focused on the breath, focused on the sense of the parts of the body that are connected to something. Hear your breath, feel your breath. Let that be what occupies your brain. Because you are inseparable from the web of life around you, your inner work and self-care naturally contribute to the healing of the world. We are all related. Bring your hands together in prayer pose, thumbs to your heart. Let's join our voices in Om. Inhale. Om. the light in me honors and sees the light in each of you. Joy, compassion, and gratitude. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day. Find yourself in places of acceptance of yourself and others. Need to stop.